Yo everyone, Dancentral here and welcome to part 2 of my Play Blackpool set of videos. Right, so last part then, is just going to be basically my impressions of the event and some pickups. Now, just quickly my impressions, I thought the event was good. I went up there on the Friday night basically. It took me, unfortunately, it was only meant to take about 3.5 hours, but because of I got stuck in rush hour and there was queues constantly and the sat nav kept messing up and ended up going in the wrong direction, and it's not just you can take a quick wrong turning and then turn around and come back. You end up going onto another different motorway which still goes on for God knows how long down the road, and it takes you another sort of 15-20 minutes before you can even get somewhere, before you can even then turn around and come back down again, so you lose lots of time. So in the end it took about 5.5 hours. I left about 2 PM in the afternoon on the Friday. I actually didn't get there to about 7:30, so it was quite depressing really, but eventually got there. When I got there basically I saw Shocks and a load of other guys there just getting on a tram. As I got out of my car, they were getting on a tram, and I'm like, where? Trying to wave them, they didn't see me. So I rang Shots and said, look, I've just seen you get on the tram. They're apparently heading down to the event at Norbert Castle. Well, not the event itself, because it hadn't started yet, so it was only the Friday, but they were going to the venue where it was going to be held over the weekend to have some drinks and stuff. Luckily, Aidan stayed behind in the room to kind of help me up with my bags and stuff, and so I could meet him officially, which was great. So obviously I checked in, went up and saw him. Basically I got changed and stuff, put my stuff down, and basically had a walk up to the venue. Didn't get a tram actually. We thought, sod it, we'll have a walk up, because it wasn't that cold actually. We just thought, we'll just have a walk, sod it, and we'll have a catch up. We can have a nice long chat then on the way up, which was great. Did that. Got to the venue and obviously started getting some drinks in and sat down. Honestly, everyone was just totally on your level, so friendly. You couldn't meet a nicer bunch of people. You really could. Every single person, whether it was in passing, hey, how you doing, or actually spent time with them, hanging out, or even on nights out, they were all so friendly and so much fun to be around. You honestly didn't want it to end. You really didn't. And because of that, obviously time therefore went really quickly, which just sucked. Because before you knew it, it was midnight on the first night, and we were all sort of going back to the hotel to get some sleep in for the next day to get up ready for the event to start. But honestly, I mean, I've shouted all the guys out now, but just some brilliant guys. Went back home after a few drinks, felt absolutely fine, didn't have too many. Went to bed, obviously, and got up the following day. Me and Aidan went back down to the venue and got ready for the event to start. Basically, we got given Retro One Limb lanyards, which looked really cool, had a picture and my YouTube channel on it and my name and stuff. Obviously didn't have my Teletext t-shirt, which was a shame, but I had a Space Invaders t-shirt on, so it wasn't too bad. And then basically went into the event. We got in there quicker than everyone else because we had the lanyards and we got given passes and stuff, so we didn't have to queue up. Got in there and wow, do you know what? Some people have said to me that it was a little bit underwhelming. But it's because mainly they compared it to either Play Blackpool last year or Play Manchester. Now for me, it's different because I haven't been to any of them. I've not been to a single Play event before, other than Blackpool. Didn't go to it last year, didn't go to Manchester, so I hadn't been to any Play events before. So for me, I had nothing to compare it to. So I couldn't say like it was good or bad in that respect because I had nothing to sort of go on. So for me, I actually initially, if I'm honest, it actually was bigger than I thought. When I first walked in, I actually was like, whoa, this is crazy, this is awesome. It's only afterwards I hear people saying that compared to the other events or Blackpool last year, it wasn't as good, which again, that's fair enough. Obviously I can't comment or agree because I didn't go last year. But personally, I thought it was great. I thought it was a lot bigger than I thought. Loads of arcade cabinets. The ones that I wanted to go on tended to be used at the time though, and people spending so long on them, I ended up getting bored and walking off. So that was one of the only things. All the arcade cabs I wanted to go on, people were using. Space Invaders, someone was on it. Pac-Man, someone was on it. Aidan got on quite a few though, Afterburner, Outrun, etc. But I tended to find that a lot of people were on mine. But there we are. Well, not that they're mine, But yeah, but it was cool though. There was loads there, loads and loads of TVs as well of different systems. You could play. I played on an Atari Jaguar for the first time. That was pretty decent. They had a main stage as well for doing cosplay and stuff, and it was really cool. It was all kind of darkly lit, like dark blue, which was really nice. And then went through into the trading area from there, off to the side. Now I have to say, with the trading areas, I do agree with what a lot of people are saying. There wasn't that many sellers there, really, if you're thinking about it on a grand scale, which was a shame. And there were some stalls that there was a lot of merchandise stalls. There was one stall selling like swords and stuff. Okay, yeah, that's it's different, yeah, okay, fair play, I guess, but it was just a bit like there wasn't as many games as maybe you thought there could have been, like maybe you envisaged in your mind before you got there, as you might have thought, as many as you thought, because there was a lot of merchandise stores, t-shirt stores, which again is cool, don't get me wrong, but it just sort of kind of made the games not feel as big or as many as you kind of thought there would be. Not only that, a lot of the prices were quite steep, and if I'm honest, I didn't buy a single thing from the venue, and that kind of says it all for me, really. I didn't buy a single game. There was a few that I was considering, but they were either really expensive, or they weren't in great condition, or someone had written on the disc in marker, or stuck stupid sticky labels on the disc, which I knew that if you tried to pull off, you could pull off a load more stuff with it, because they're not easy peel and stuff. So in the end, I just thought, nah, sod it, I'm not going to bother. I did get a few pickups, but they're from games that Agent actually brought with him, funnily enough, and actually sold them to me at a really great price. So that's why I've still got pickups, but obviously I didn't get a single pickup from the event, and that kind of says it for me, really. So it was a bit of a shame, but you know, on the plus side, the variety of the games that were there was pretty decent. They had some CDI games which I went through, but again the prices were quite steep, so I didn't pick up any. But now I've realised that I can play Japanese Mega Drive and Super Famicom games because I've got converters. I will be on the lookout for some in the future, but didn't pick up any there because again were just quite expensive. But you know, it was cool. Honestly, it was good. I'm not trying to say that you know it wasn't, because it was. And I'd never been to one before, so I didn't have any sort of high expectations in that respect. But I just thought the variety could have been a bit more. There could have been a few more sellers there and stuff. So I do kind of agree with a lot of what people are saying. But in terms of being underwhelming, in terms of the trading stalls, yes. In terms of the main event, I found it wasn't overwhelming and it wasn't underwhelming. It was kind of middle ground. It was kind of in the middle. Because it was really cool. I did enjoy it. Although I did find, and I do again agree with what people are saying, that you know after 2 or 3 hours, you sort of found that you've done everything, and it was like, what? We've kind of done it all now. That's it really. And then you kind of wanted to just go out and have drinks and stuff and start, you know, chilling out with other YouTubers and start having a good night out and stuff. I do agree, you know, you did sort of get grounded quite quickly and sort of you did find that it was kind of done, and that was kind of it really. But for me, you know, it's all about meeting new YouTubers. For me, personally, the event will always come second. You know, it's always going to be just a way that you can meet up with as many YouTubers as possible and just have a great time with people. That's the main thing for me. The event's always going to come second, really. But it was good, and we basically did a panel show as well for the Retro Unlim Network live, and they rented out a room for an hour, and we all basically sat on a long table as a panel, and people asked us questions, and we basically took turns with the microphone, and it was all live on YouTube or online and stuff, and people got to ask us questions, and we basically answered them, and that I really, really enjoyed. I was a bit nervous. I thought maybe I won't say too much, but I actually ended up saying a fair bit, more than I ever thought I would. Especially when Sonic kept getting brought up, and I was like, I've got to have my say on this. But no, really, really enjoyed the panel show for Retro Unlim, and again, there was loads of cameras set up, and people doing lots of filming and stuff, and pictures were taken too. So I really enjoyed that, it was great. But for me, it was all about going out, really. You know, after the event on the first day, we basically went back to the hotel for a bit, and then we basically went out in the evening, and it was awesome. We went to a casino, had loads of drinks, had a great time, big group of us. There was myself, there was Shock 16, there was Cyber Snake 7, there was Mark Horsburgh, there was 2TUK, Stu, damn, a few more people came out of this as well. Sorry guys if I've forgotten you, that's so not intentional, just my mind is just like at the minute. But honestly, just the group of us that were there was just so cool. We played a little game as well where someone comes up with a console and we have to sort of all go back, take it in turns, saying our favourite games on that system. And obviously they were waiting for the boxing, but I was so tired by the time the boxing started because it was delayed as well, the start time, that I ended up going back to the hotel and just crashing out because I was so tired. And then the following day we went back to the event and just it was a bit more quieter, it was quieter, it was more chilled out. We walked around a bit more, and obviously it was just a bit kind of quieter, and yeah, that was it really. And then we kind of chilled out afterwards in the bar and had a chat and stuff. And Chris Novabug was involved in an interview with the Oliver Twins, and Michael Burhan was doing stuff as well on stage. So that was really cool. And yeah, it was just really, really good. Also, I saw Gemma, the Games 24, on the Saturday in passing. That was great. Peter Dickinson, he was only there for the day. Saw him. Obviously, I've shouted out all the guys already. But it was great. It was really cool. Just went so quick, really. Didn't want it to end. But I basically, to sum it up, I thought the event was good. I do agree, in some respects, it was a little bit like, okay. The trading side could have been better. The main event I actually thought was really good, but mainly I'm saying that maybe it's because I've not been to one before, so I didn't have a lot to compare it to. So I thought the event was really, really good. I loved all the arcade cabinets. And yeah, that was it. I think for me it was just the trading side, it could have been better. There was kind of like a room in between the two main rooms where they kind of showing prototypes of games that weren't, games that never got released, but you can still play little bits of them, like Glover 2, the sequel to Glover on the PS1, which again never got released in the end. It was on the N64, this sequel, and it just was great to play, really, really fun. So yeah, but it just went too quick. And then I was going to come back on the Monday because Aidan, myself and Shocks had our rooms until Monday, but because it got so quiet on the Sunday afternoon, we just thought, actually, maybe we should just go today. The traffic's going to be quieter. We'll have to go home in bank holiday Monday traffic and stuff. And at least you can then get your bank holiday Monday to chill out. You haven't got to spend your bank holiday Monday driving and wasting all of that day as well. You can get it done, over and done with on the Sunday night, ready to spend the whole of Monday, you know, chilling out, not having to do any driving. So I basically went home on a Sunday night instead. Again, it took me a while to get home because I did stop off a little bit as well to get some food and stuff and fill out my car and stuff. It was about 5 hours in the end. Ugh. But it was worth it because I got the whole of the Monday then to chill and stuff. So that was it really. Really enjoyed it. Great time. Met the best people. I really did just meet the best people that I just see as now lifelong friends, and I will be obviously checking out their YouTube videos now on a regular basis and staying in touch with them. And when events come up in future, I would love to see as many of them there as possible again. But just so many legends, you know. What can I say? I've shouted them all out already. You know, Rich King Retro, what a dude. His laugh is just legendary. Gashead Steve, so great to finally meet him. Stu, Tootie UK, legend, absolute legend. T-Rex Space Station, great. Aidan Watkins, amazing guy. Just, loved it. I really did. Shock 16 is a standard. We've met up a lot already. And Novabug, Chris, just great guy. John Latimer, the Retro One Lim guys, Michael Burhan, Scott Bailey, Console Snob. Great guys. I wasn't trying to list people there because I've already shouted you guys out, so, you know, I've already mentioned you guys anyway. But yeah, just awesome guys. Right, pickups before I show the footage and the pictures. This is going to be a mammoth 2 parts, guys. Apologies. But, just a quick thing, I don't upload videos as often as I used to, which you've probably noticed already. So when I do, it's not all the time, because people don't really want to watch videos of that sort of level really that often. But when sometimes, if it's a little bit, I just kind of hope that you guys forgive me because I'm not uploading loads in one go anymore. So, anyway, let's get on with it. Pickups. Now, like I said, I didn't buy anything at the event just because the prices were so steep, the condition in the games weren't great. I wasn't really that impressed, really. Nothing really jumped out at me and sort of shouted by me. So I didn't. But basically, Aidan Watkins did me a fantastic deal. He really did. He was just such a dude. I'm so grateful to him. I really am. Really am. Basically, when we got to the room and stuff, we were sharing a room, he knew that I had these 2 games on Sega Saturn. Sonic R and Sonic Jam, and obviously we're both massive Sonic fans anyway. Cool. He knew, therefore, that I was missing the only other Sonic game they released on the Saturn, and that was obviously Sonic 3D. So what he kindly did is he had a spare copy, so he actually brought it with him to play Blackpool, and basically asked me if I wanted it. And honestly, you can imagine I was so stoked, so chuffed to get that. Whoops. Because it is slightly different to the Mega Drive version. I've got it on Mega Drive, but the bonus stages are different and stuff like that. So chuffed to be able to get this. And I now have every Sonic game, all the trilogy of Sonic games they released on the Sega Saturn. Is just, I've been waiting for that moment for a long time. So Aidan, thank you so much, mate. He actually did it for me for £15, so grateful. Well, he basically did this game and 2 other Saturn games for £15, which you wouldn't probably be able to get normally. So I'm so grateful to him. We did it under mates rates, which is just fantastic. He also gave me with that Sega Rally. Now, I very embarrassingly admitted that I've never played Sega Rally on the Saturn and never owned it before. I got my Saturn very late into my gaming kind of history, if you like. I only got it like 2 to 3 years ago. I'd never had the Sega Rally on it, so he basically sold his copy, or his spare copy, shall I say, to me in that £15 deal. And also, finally, he gave me Virtua Fighter 2. Now, basically, I told him that I already had Virtua Fighter 2, but it was only the disc and the manual that I had, because when I bought it in a shop in Lincoln, is it Lincoln? I think it was Lincoln. The guy didn't have it in the box, he only had the sleeve. So, Aidan therefore sold me the box. And I'm just totally ruining the game at the minute. The disc is like loose from the pins, because some of the pins have come out. There we go. There we go. Is that right? No. Yeah, done it. Yeah, so basically I had it like that, and he's basically then given me the case for it. So, Aidan, you're awesome. You really are. So basically I got Sonic 3D, Virtua Fighter 2 and Sega Rally for £15. So stoked. And it's also just increased my Sega Saturn collection as well as a whole. So, awesome stuff. Oh, and I completely forgot to mention that Aidan also gave me House of the Dead 2 on the Dreamcast as well. And it's also great to have a Dreamcast game in one of these cases, because obviously all my games are sort of UK PALs. They're in the the bigger sort of standard blue boxes that you get. And obviously this isn't, so it's a bit thinner. So it's nice to have one in kind of a CD kind of case, if you like. So yeah, but I can't thank him enough. So with the free Sega Saturn games, he also threw in House of the Dead 2 as well, because I used to have this, but the game stopped working. It was a bit faulty, so he had a spare copy, threw that in as well. So yeah, just wanted to kind of jump in and just quickly add that in there, because I forgot to mention it. So House of the Dead 2, I got that as well. Right, and then he also gave me these ones for free. I was so grateful, honestly. Just couldn't thank him enough. He basically threw out some Sega Master System games onto the bed in the room and said, did I want any of them? And I actually picked up Robocod, the first one, and asked him if I could have that, and he said, yeah, of course, and didn't charge me anything for it either. Now, obviously, I'm a big fan of James Pond 2 Robocod. Obviously, I've got it on the Master System, I've got it on the Game Gear, I've got it on the Mega Drive, and I've even got the updated version on the PS2. So obviously you can tell, massive James Pond Robocod fan. So to get the first one then on the Master System was sick. He then also gave me Terminator 2, the arcade game, on Mega Drive, again for free, which again I'd heard things about, seen footage before but never actually played it, so to get that also for free was just absolutely quality. And then finally, on a retro tip, Pete, great guy, only met him for the first time at the event, and we just felt like we'd known each other for a while, to be fair. It was just great, we clicked so well. He gave me for free again a loose car of Chuck Rock, which I had played before, really enjoyed, but just never owned it. I played it in a shop. I used to go and see my mate a few times in Lincolnshire. Used to play it because he used to have it on in the shop, but never owned it. So Pete very kindly said, did you want this? I don't want it. He actually had a complete version, so he didn't want the loose car, and said you could have it for free. Amazing. So I'll be able to play that again now whenever I want. And finally, these aren't pickups, I've had these for a long time. This is just a little reference to Aidan Watkins and console snob Scott. They were playing the CDI. If you've looked at console snob's footage, you will see that he's actually got footage of him and Aidan playing on the CDI. And they actually mentioned a game that Aidan would like to try and Scott wants to get hold of, and that is Hotel Mario. So guys, I do have Hotel Mario, just so you can see it. And I do agree with Scott, it's not the worst game in the world, it's just very repetitive, and it is one of the sort of the least exciting Mario games out there, but it's not the worst game in the world. So guys, if you ever do get a CDI and you want to get Hotel Mario, that's what it looks like. Get hold of it. It's not as bad as a lot of games that are out there. And then finally, I also did mention to Scott about one of the best games on the system, and he actually agreed. In his footage, you actually hear me say, I've got CDI, Burn Cycle's great, and then Scott then turns around and says, yeah, Burn Cycle is good. And that's, yeah, there it is there. The great thing is you get the disc with it, and you also get a soundtrack with it as well. So it comes with 2 discs, the actual main disc and then the soundtrack. So you get the main disc, and then on the other side it's actually a gold disc or yellow disc, you get the music as well. So I just wanted to show those as well. Right, that's it guys. So really chuffed. I only spent £15 in terms of get any games, and it all came from Aidan and Pete on a retro tip. Aidan's Game Taff. And that was it. I didn't buy any games from the event because I just didn't feel like I wanted to pay the prices they were charging, and a lot of the conditions weren't brilliant for the games that I was looking for. So there we go, guys. I'm going to finish off with my footage and my pictures. Apologies, it's run for quite a while. I always do this. Had a lot to cover. Every YouTuber that I've shouted out, if not in this video, then in the last video, if you check the description, you'll see that I've put all their channel addresses in there. Please guys, if you haven't checked out some of them, please go and do it. They all deserve a mention and a checking out and a subscription. Do go and subscribe to them. Some of them even I've only just discovered, and I'm loving their videos already. So guys, please check them out. Hope you enjoy the footage and the pictures. I'm going to sign off now because it's been way too long. Thank you for watching, and from me, Dancentral from Play Blackpool, talking about the event, thank you very much, and I'll be back in another video very soon. Thanks guys, you're all awesome, great to meet you all. Please put comments in the thing below if you wish, and cue the footage and the pictures. They're awesome.
What's 9G's book? Money penny. I'm trying to find where the selling stuff is in the trade stores.
There's normally through there. Oh, this is much better than before, man. Much better.
Overbug.
Pretty cool.
Oh! Just the amount of arcade machines. Hey! Look at it.
Where on earth did you see the... I didn't see any retro on the front stock anyway. Honestly.
Play Blackpool, play Blackpool. Aidan seems to have found the stand with the Retron 5. He wants a Retron 5. Oh, there it is.
I know.
What a game. Even seeing it on a screen like that as well. That's awesome. No, you just love a bit of Super Mario Bros. 3.
There we go.
Victory from Aidan.
That's awesome. There we go.
So what are your verdicts on the Retron
Awesome.
5?
Very, very cool. Very cool.
Are you going to get one?
Yeah, of course. Obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Cool. Aidan's going to purchase the Retron 5.
Yes. Oh, what
Wicked.
So I'm 120 minutes. So I'm 10. Yeah.
That's not like that is.
Back to the hotel to clean now. Yeah, very happy. The thing is, he was quite surprised by it, but then a NES on his Sony is about 40, 50 quid. A SNES is about
No,
40
when you
pounds.
put it like that,
A Mega Drive in good nick complete is about 20 quid.
Yeah.
no, when you put it like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
Uh-oh.
I joined the club though. I had to go black. Once,
Yeah.
you,
Mr.
once, you go,
Gassett.
once you go black, you don't go back.
What do you want to say? Do you want to dance or something?
Go on then, do a dance. Got some fancy
Except
footwork.
like trade-ins or anything. Or is it?
Did it?
Yeah, well, they still...
Let's go.
Scots?
Yeah. He wanted a Jap sat inside rather than
Mate, that Castlevania.
Yeah, keep it Castlevania. But
I got a look.
he offered it to me. I was like, oh, I got a Jap sat. Oh my god, I'm so trying Oculus Rift. Game Boys are awesome, is it? Anyone knows Game Boys are awesome? People there with the incredibly Mario thing. Yeah, they're in the corner right there.
No.
Yeah, that's where it says console passion right there on the shelf.
Yeah.
I did, and that sounded sarcastic, but it wasn't meant to be.
Ha, contest knob.
Just found a Sanyo 3DO over there.
There's a guy had a CDI down there, did you see?
How much?
I sold already though.
Shit.
What's that? What's that?
He was after a CDI.
Oh, you were? I've got one.
Yeah, I'm looking for a CDI.
Oh, mate.
Sorry,
If you can get one, they've got some quite dire games on, but they've got a few hidden gems that are. Burn Cycle.
Yeah, Burn
Love,
Cycle's good.
love Burn Cycle.
Oh, short,
Huh?
Shots is here.
Shox is here. Oh, there he is. What's Shox doing? Oh!
Easy.
Easy. What are you doing? You're looking at some Japanese Saturn. Ah. You've already picked up a load.
I am.
Ah.
It's all lies. Just an illusion. Just an illusion, mate. We're getting dolls to
just
go for all the
immense.
good
The
stuff.
amount of games that are here are just immense.
Yeah, mate.
A lot of them are on the back though.
Oh no, the bugs are in the Master System.
Yeah.
Are you going to get it?
Maybe.
It's an awesome system. I'm just saying.
I think I found R4 on Jack PlayStation.
Although I don't have a Model 1, I've got a Model 2.
So I want a Model 1.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. I think it's a lot. I like to prefer it.
Oh, that's cool. Decent.
I'm going to find out how much it is.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it, man. Dixon's exclusive. Love it. How much did he say? Doesn't know.
It is, yeah. Have a look.
I'm alright for the time.
Right, be over there. Can you get that? 10.
Can't get it back in the bag, but yeah.
You right?
Yeah, they're gonna check some stuff out, give me a price leak, and
Oh right, for your
come back in half hour basically.
for your NES
And some other satin bits ahead.
Ah,
Nice. Yes.
did you get it?
I'm just checking the price. Set a picture of this.
It's cheaper here than it is online, which I was surprised about.
Did you buy that here?
Yeah. It's cheaper than online as well.
Is it?
Yeah, there's a store right over the entrance there.
I'll see you no time.
Hey, it's Rich.
Hey, how you doing?
How are you?
All good. Been buying already, mate.
What have you got already?
Buying already.
Oh, sneak preview. Oh, sick. Yes, mate.
Should be able to put the stand in here now. So
Sick.
So,
Exclusive look at Rich's pickup.
there's a store right in the entrance where we came in. They sell them there. They're cheap. They're cheaper
How
here.
much are they?
110, yeah. They're
110. Oh, is that's fun stock, is it?
Yeah, they're like 130 or more online.
Oh no, he's off. He's off.
Is he off the buy one now?
I think he is actually. Well, he's just stopped. He just noticed someone, but I think he may actually go and have a look. It's quite funny actually.
I wouldn't blame him.
So this is Play Blackpool.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Blown away all
Well,
expectations
that's
so far.
Aiden's comments on it. Lovely stuff.
Where the hell else in the UK do you see something like this?
True.
Damn right, it's true. I'm definitely trying the Oculus Rift out. Always wanted to, so I'm so excited. Unbelievable.
Sweet. I just love the fact that everyone, even on the stores, have just got so much passion as well.
Yeah. Doing Cat's t-shirt as well.
Dreamer.
Beautiful.
See anything you like so
I've
far?
got 3 Dreamcast games, and that is all they have, apart from ones that are too much.
Got a lot of love for the Dream.
I gotta head back. Yeah, I'm gonna head back at the concert about half hour. So.
I'll buy one of those, man, if you see what happens.
Yeah, they're a lot. Again, they're
They are
cheaper than
tempting.
online.
They are tempting.
We know where the entrance is right over there in the other rooms, right there. People they go to try like you can turn scan lines on, filters to like smooth. Like I love the whole. It's like 130 or 40.
That's it.
What is the TM87?
I think though you can sell all the other ones. Open up
Sorry,
one
mate,
end,
sorry.
everything. Right, now I'm actually going to look at games now since I'm here.
I'm just doing a quick scat round and then that's cool.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep walking because I'm right in the way.
because I was so focused on finding this.
Yeah. That's understandable. I love that. Sonic Beach Tower. Game Boy Advances.
No, I do. It's convenience of that.
Yeah.
You haven't got a version, have you?
Just got an old telly off a friend, get big 30.
Oh, so
So immense. So immense.
Fuck off. I'm used to playing with a controller.
That's taking a beating. Bad beating. This is FIFA.
That's it, that's him. I think we can clearly see. Okay. Dancentral playing Galaxia.
Oh, right, I see. So it's almost like what? Space Invaders?
Basically, Namco's version.
I can't really press the button. It's not always very fun. No. The difference is they don't come down, they just fly around in space.
And you have no shields either. Or balls.
What? Oh, did you see that?
You know the laser, you know the noise the laser makes? It sounds like a shoe that has a hole in it, you know, when they squeak.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, so, oh! Shame I can't go up. Sometimes I press the button, it doesn't do anything. Bear with me, people, I've not played this before. Oh! Oh, this is hard. Extra 150 points though. Oh, I keep going through the middle. No, come on, no. Oh! Right at the last minute.
Oh well, there we are then.
Playing two. Oh. I'm going to be playing when I'm playing two. Right then. I pretty much got the ball and I got killed right at the end. Oh, let's blast this out. Come on. That's better. I'm on a roll now. Yeah. Now that is what I think. Try and get one life there. It's quite interesting how they just suddenly like fly down at you. Oh,
I think. How far we've come.
Oh yeah. Oh, come on. Don't do this to me.
There we go.
Oh.
There we are, Dan.
Need some food for your cat, some capsule toys or some other shit. Well, I know just the place. It's just up the road in the bad part of town, babe. The owner's a freak, but that's okay because they have the greatest jingle that you've ever heard. It's amazing. contacts and batteries. Goes automatic,